Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering Earth is no longer orbiting the Sun. Instead, it's trapped as one of Jupiter's moons. Sounds impossible, but here's the terrifying part. It wouldn't be the freezing cold that kills us first. It would be everything else. And that's only the beginning. Jupiter is so enormous it could swallow more than 1,300 Earths. If our planet circled this giant, sunlight would fade to barely 4% of what we receive today. Days could stretch for nearly twice as long, while temperatures would crash far below anything humans have ever survived. But here's the strange part. The inside of Earth would actually become hotter. Jupiter's immense gravity would constantly squeeze our planet, heating its core like a giant cosmic furnace. That sounds helpful, until you realize the same force would unleash non-stop earthquakes, continent-sized tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions powerful enough to reshape the planet every single day. And that's not even the craziest part. Jupiter's magnetic field would bombard Earth with radiation millions of times stronger than what we're used to. One day on the surface could deliver a fatal dose. Suddenly, oceans become deadly, the sky becomes hostile, and even breathing outside turns into a death sentence. So humanity would have only one option: disappear beneath the surface. But no one saw what happened next. Deep underground, civilization would begin again. Massive bunkers would protect us from radiation while Earth's overheated core supplied endless geothermal energy. Hydroponic farms would replace forests. Artificial lights would replace the sun. Water would have to be dug from deep underground and purified before anyone could drink it. Survival would become a full-time job. But here's where it gets weird. Escaping the surface doesn't mean escaping danger. Hidden caves could spread deadly diseases. Months without sunlight would destroy our internal clocks, triggering depression, illness, and long-term health problems. Entire generations might grow up without ever seeing the sky. And then comes the twist that changes everything. Even if humanity mastered underground life, Jupiter still wouldn't save us. In fact, it would leave Earth more exposed to devastating comet impacts. One massive collision could erase every bunker, every city, and every survivor in an instant. Suddenly, the greatest threat isn't beneath our feet or above our heads. It's everything around us. So if Earth has become impossible to save, maybe we're asking the wrong question. Instead of learning how to survive here, should humanity abandon Earth completely? That leads to two extraordinary possibilities. One sounds like pure science fiction. The other is hiding in plain sight. But which one actually gives humanity a future? The first option is almost unimaginable. A gigantic ring surrounding the sun, millions of times larger than Earth, with enough room for trillions of people. Artificial gravity. Endless land. A brand new civilization. It sounds perfect until reality catches up. Building a ring world would require more material than humanity has ever gathered. Entire planets, moons, and asteroids might have to be dismantled just to begin construction. Millions of hours of work. Countless generations. And one tiny asteroid could punch a hole through the structure, sending its atmosphere into space or pushing the entire ring toward the sun. What happens next changes everything. The second option is Venus. Today it's a blazing nightmare, hot enough to melt lead beneath crushing clouds of carbon dioxide. But unlike the ring world, Venus already has something priceless: solid ground. Scientists imagine cooling the planet with enormous solar shades, transforming its atmosphere, creating oceans, and even building floating cities high above the toxic clouds while the surface slowly becomes habitable. It would take technology beyond anything we possess today, but nothing in physics says it's impossible. So after surviving Jupiter's nightmare, humanity's best hope may not be an artificial paradise, but a reborn neighboring world. And maybe that's the greatest mystery of all. When the day finally comes to leave Earth, will we choose to build a brand new world, or discover we've been living next to our future home all along?